ज़्यादातर जो पोजीशंस है बाहर वालों के मुकाबले, चाइना के मुकाबले इंडियन इंजीनियर्स ने हायर पोजीशन ऑक्यूपाई की हुई है। गूगल में हमने घूमा, देखा कि वो कितना इनोवेटिव वर्क कर रहे हैं। सब जगह ये देखें कि इंडियन इंजीनियरिंग आगे बढ़ रही है। मैं तो सबको यही कहता हूँ, ये हमारा जो इंस्टीट्यूशन ऑफ इंजीनियर्स है ये तालमेल का काम करता है, ये सभी इंस्टीट्यूशंस को मिलाता है। अभी प्रोफेसर सोनी साहब ने कहा है और लोगों ने सबने बोला, वक्ताओं ने, कि एक कमी आ रही है। शिक्षा तो हम दे देते हैं, स्किल की कमी रह जाती है, स्किल नहीं डेवलप हो पा रहा, इंडस्ट्री का तालमेल नहीं हो रहा है। जो इंजीनियर हम पैदा कर रहे हैं वो इंजीनियर जो इंडस्ट्री के माफिक नहीं हम पैदा कर रहे हैं। तो इस इशू को उठाते हुए 100वें साल में हमने सोचा है कि क्यों न ऐसा किया जाए, हर जगह इंडस्ट्री और एकेडमिया इंटरफेस के ऊपर कॉन्फ्रेंस की जाए और स्किल की ट्रेनिंग दी जाए। इंस्टीट्यूशन ऑफ इंजीनियर्स का एक ये भी रहेगा, हर जगह जा करके हम करेंगे और हम सरकार से भी अनुरोध करेंगे कि उस काम को करने के लिए उत्तराखंड में, चूँकि ये बात सही है, मेरी तरह से गांव के गरीब बच्चे आते हैं जिन्हें बहुत अच्छी तालीम नहीं होती है लेकिन वो होशियार होते हैं, उनमें दिमाग होता है, तो उन्हें क्यों ना स्किल की ट्रेनिंग दें। जो अभी बात बताई गई कि 15% ही लोग जॉब पाते हैं, जो प्रोफेसर जैन साहब ने कहा, बाकी 85% स्किल के अभाव में छोटी मोटी नौकरी या सुपरवाइजर तक की नौकरी, इंजीनियरिंग की नौकरी नहीं पा रहे हैं। तो उस स्किल को बढ़ाने की उत्तराखंड में नितांत आवश्यकता है और इंस्टीट्यूशन ऑफ इंजीनियर इसके लिए भरसक प्रयत्न करेगी और करती रहेगी। धन्यवाद।
Thank you, sir. We're extremely privileged to have Shri Narendra Singh, Advisor, Technical Chief Minister, Uttarakhand, amongst us. I invite sir to kindly share his words of wisdom with us.
Good morning, all of you. Professor Narendra Singh, the Vice Chancellor, Technical University of Uttarakhand. Shri Narendra Singh ji, President, Institution of Engineers, Kolkata. Dinkar Sahab, the President UK State Center. Ravi Shankar ji, I have the opportunity of meeting him long back. Today I have been able to remembering him with me. The Professor Vijay, Professor M.P. Jain sir, the dynamic and the vibrant faculty of the university. And I have the opportunity of being with him for a long time. And still I have the man I need. I take the guidance from him. Professor Soni, the dynamic director of NIT Uttarakhand we have here. Dhamchand ji, Muthuswamy ji, and of course the Pawan Kumar ji. We have the Amit Agarwal ji with us. So it is a big opportunity for me to be with all of you. Engineer Dinkar ji actually requested me to be here, so I could not deny. So I had the opportunity being here. Thank you Dinkar ji. Other dignitaries and the participants. A lot of has been discussed about the conference which is you are having here from the 2-3 days. But today, if you permit me, I'll take the permission from Shri Narendra Singh ji. I'll call here the IENs, the Institution of Engineers. We all are the IENs, and I'm the part of this institution. So, if you permit me, may I speak about the Institution of Engineers here? because all of you are speaking about the innovative engineering design here from the last 2-3 days. But this platform of the Institution of Engineers is important. The institution organizing this event. It is the technology which is responsible for all kind of the development globally. And we are proud of being the engineers, the technologists. You take any example, you see any innovation, it is due to the technology. So we have to strengthen the technology. As we are the technologists, so we have not to dilute this. As we have seen from the in the last decades, so we have diluted this technology. So the Institution of Engineers has to play a big role for strengthening the technologists. If you see the Institution of Engineers, it was the platform we all were feel proud of being associated with this. But nowadays it is missing somewhat. So we have to increase the base among the youth. We have to make the Institution of Engineers young. Only, as I have seen, it is the academic institutions which are associated with the Institution of Engineers. So, and of course, you see the number of institutes has been established in India, and every year we are producing number of engineers. But in a similar proportion, we are not getting the engineers associated with the Institution of Engineers. So, if I say here, we have to make the Institution of Engineers innovative itself. So, this platform is to be strengthened, and you see, if we take the example of the Nokia. The Nokia was supposed to be the one of the pioneers in the cell phones. But nowadays, they are struggling for their revivals. So I would like the Institution of Engineers that still we have the opportunity of strengthening this institution in the country. We have the technologists in every area. So we should try to request them. We have to make a system of the Institution of Engineers like this. They would like to be the part of this institution. I would like to suggest few things here for our institution, as I'm the part of this. We have to synergize between the skill and the innovation. The organizing committee, the Institution of Engineers, and with the IENs. So I'd like to be the IENs now onward. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Now, I would like to invite Dr. Narendra S. Chaudhary, Vice Chancellor, Uttarakhand Technical University, to kindly share his words of wisdom with us. Please welcome him with a huge round of applause.
Good afternoon. After hearing the great speech by our President of Institution of Engineers, नरेंद्र सिंह जी, जिन्होंने हमें एडवाइस दी इंजीनियर्स को किस तरीके से सोसाइटी में बहुत आवश्यक उनकी जगह है, और उन्होंने ये भी बताया कि हमारे जो प्रिय एडवाइजर है हमारे चीफ मिनिस्टर के इंजीनियर नरेंद्र सिंह जी, डॉक्टर नरेंद्र सिंह जी, जिनके लिए भी उन्होंने कहा कि वो हमारे इंजीनियरिंग फ्रैटर्निटी के मैसेज स्टेजेस शासन में पहुंचा है. Distinguished dignitaries on the dais, what I represent here is as a Vice Chancellor of Uttarakhand Technical University. As such, we have heard a lot about niche institutes, the excellence institutes like NIT Uttarakhand, IIT Durki, who have joined hands together for this particular event. Their design innovation centers of these two institutes have joined hands together for this international platform. And with this international platform, we have seen that excellent papers have been presented in last 2 days. Innovative ideas have been presented. Unfortunately, I had not been able to personally see the proceedings of the 2 days. But what I was told to you, what I was told and the feedback that I have received says that interesting, innovative ideas were discussed. Lots of things have been talked about as far as the innovations are concerned, and so many things have been said. As UTU, I would say that the number of our students are not few hundreds, but there are few tens of thousands. So what we are talking about is the magnitude of the numbers of students and how the technological education should penetrate all over the state, and the efforts that UTU has been doing for the same. The kind of challenges that we in fact face. Just yesterday I had been to very remote places. We have Pithoragarh. We have one institute at Pithoragarh which is at quite remote place. Another one at Gopeshwar. Even traveling there in such climate is difficult to the next level. I have always been saying this thing at many forums that after all, more than 90% of economy of America, the leading country, is because of the innovations, and the kind of innovations are coming in America are because of the focused universities where their alumni, like alumni of Carnegie Mellon University, alumni of MIT, alumni of Stanford, the kind of innovations that they have done, the kind of things, the mobile phones that we are using, the various technologies that we are using have actually originated from the kind of innovations that they have done. Now, if we have to have such kind of innovations, what do we require? We should not forget that various innovations that we have, in fact, I would say that there is a list of more than about 1 lakh innovations which have been documented by Professor Mashelkar. And more than 10,000 innovations have been systematically reported on the website in various categories. And these are the innovations within India itself. Now when we look at the kind of innovations that have been documented by Professor Mashelkar in various areas, what we interestingly find is many of these innovations do not necessarily require high-tech education. Although I would say that our focus on sciences, basic sciences, is required. Many of the practical innovations which have been documented within India do not really require very sophisticated scientific competence. Whereas, if you look at the development of our human race and what has happened, where I gave an example of America, and in the America various aspects, various kinds of technologies that we are now using. I can give you one example where I had been interacting with University of Southern California's Viterbi School of Engineering, and interestingly, such kind of institutes do have the integration of not just the engineering and medicine sitting in different parts, but they're very big schools, engineering schools and medicine schools talks to each other. In fact, they do have joint collaborative research projects. And with this kind of joint collaborative research projects, what happens? Whatever I am thinking without speaking, can my brain waves be captured and translated to such a way that it controls, my brain waves control the actions of the robots. And based on those actions of the robots, can, in fact, robots do the useful work, interesting work. The directions, without saying anything, just by thinking, can they be translated. Such a kind of projects have been going on in MIT. Such kind of prototype robots have already been demonstrated. Now, why I am saying this thing is because you say, okay, these look like science fictions, but such kind of things are now, people are trying to put it in the practice. And the kind of things that we require to make it happen, various collections of innovations are required to make such kind of technologies work. So well, that's all I wanted to say. I would say that whatever has happened last 2 days is something which is very important for the state of Uttarakhand, our state of Uttarakhand, and I would say that our leading institutes, particularly NIT Uttarakhand and IIT Roorkee, had joined hands together. As was already told by some speakers, whatever has been reported in this conference should not be limited just as conference papers, but that should come as an archival knowledge in the form of publications in what was mentioned was Asia journals. But I would say that certain professional societies, particularly here I would like to mention IEEE and ASME. These are the two interesting and very important societies where the transactions of these particular societies are something which are accepted as archival engineering knowledge in the respective areas being electrical electronics engineering and mechanical engineering. Civil engineering do have some other journals, but I do not have much idea about those kind of things. But I would say that, okay, we should try to see that our aim should be to make sure that we contribute at that level as well as from the point of view of academics or research. From the point of view of the practical aspects, interesting things have already been done in Uttarakhand. If you look at the kind of engineering projects that we have in Uttarakhand, our Teli Dam, our dam, hydropower dam near Tanakpur, these are, I would say, engineering marvels which are already there within our state. These are, as far as the hydropower generation are concerned, but various other aspects can also be thought about. Recently I visited a factory in Haridwar, Panasonic factory, and you see our switches all over the country are supplied from the Panasonic factory, where the plastic, raw plastic, how it is converted to these switches by an automated factory where the wires, the copper wires, the kind of connections, even the screws and all these kind of automation, how in fact the nuts and bolts are put together, all those kind of assembly is something, okay, which we can see at Haridwar itself. So lots of things are already there within this our state, and lot of innovations is still required here. So these kind of events are something which would go a long way, and I would say that we should try to repeat. NIT Uttarakhand does have a fund from the TECUB, that's what was told to us. Many other institutes in our state do have the students within the state. So my best wishes, congratulations to all the delegates whose papers have been accepted and they have discussed. I think the discussion should not end here, rather I would say that the discussion should start from here, so that we keep coming again back to Dehradun, to Uttarakhand, various parts of our Uttarakhand, and make sure that the message of our innovation and pursuing this innovation to the next level continue. My best wishes to all of you, the prize winners who have particularly demonstrated excellence in areas in which they have worked, and all others who are on the path of the excellence. Thank you. Jai Uttarakhand, Jai Bharat.
अब मैं परम आदरणीय नरेंद्र एस चौधरी, परम आदरणीय डॉक्टर नरेंद्र सिंह, एडवाइजर टेक्निकल, ऑनरेबल चीफ मिनिस्टर उत्तराखंड, इंजीनियर नरेंद्र सिंह जी जो यहाँ के संरक्षक भी हैं और इस वक्त ऑल इंडिया प्रेसिडेंट हैं इंस्टीट्यूशन ऑफ इंजीनियर कलकत्ता के, प्रोफेसर श्यामलाल सोनी, डायरेक्टर NIT उत्तराखंड, श्री रविशंकर जी, चांसलर DIT यूनिवर्सिटी, डॉक्टर मुद्दू विनय, वाइस चांसलर एक्फा यूनिवर्सिटी, डॉक्टर संदीप विजय, डायरेक्टर शिवालिक इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज, प्रोफेसर अमित अवार, डायरेक्टर APJ अब्दुल कलाम इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी टनकपुर, डॉक्टर धर्मेंद्र त्रिपाठी जी NIT श्रीनगर, डॉक्टर हरिहरन मुत्तुस्वामी जी NIT श्रीनगर, डॉक्टर पवन कुमार राकेश जी, प्रोफेसर पवन कुमार राकेश जी NIT श्रीनगर, विकास कौशल कुकसाल जी NIT श्रीनगर, विक्रांत सिंघल जी हमारे बीच में बैठे हुए हैं PGCL से, श्री SC चौहान साहब जो इसके कन्वीनर हैं इस पूरे कार्यक्रम के, पत्रकार बंधुओं, आप सभी का मैं आभार व्यक्त करता हूं कि आपने व्यक्तिगत उपस्थिति से यहाँ हमें गौरवान्वित किया है और इस सम्मेलन को सफल बनाया है। इसके अलावा मैं जो स्पॉन्सर्स हैं TECUB, डिज़ाइन इनोवेटिव सेंटर, साइंस इंजीनियरिंग रिसर्च सेंटर, UCOST, ONGC, हिमाद्री उत्तराखंड हैंडलूम, किस्टलर, स्लॉग सॉल्यूशंस, कैट सेंटर तथा डेलीगेट्स, इंस्टीट्यूशन ऑफ इंजीनियर्स के एग्जीक्यूटिव मेंबर्स, कॉर्पोरेट मेंबर्स, सभी की नोट स्पीकर, NIT श्रीनगर से पधारे सभी फैकल्टी मेंबर्स, इंजीनियरिंग के सभी छात्र एवं छात्राओं, पार्टिसिपेंट, ग्राफिक एरा, DIT यूनिवर्सिटी, शिवालिक कॉलेज ऑफ इंजीनियरिंग, NIT श्रीनगर से पधारे सभी छात्र तथा छात्राएं, सभी का मैं आभार व्यक्त करता हूं कि आपने इस खराब मौसम में यहाँ सम्मिलित होकर इस सम्मेलन की शोभा बढ़ाई है तथा इसे सफल बनाया। धन्यवाद।
Thank you very much, sir. On innovative, so please put a big round of applause for our director, sir, and all our faculty members for mentoring the students in this direction. इसी परिप्रेक्ष्य में एक शेर के साथ इस 3 दिवसीय सम्मेलन को पूर्णता की ओर ले जाता हूं कि तालीमें दी नहीं जाती परिंदों को उड़ने की, तालीमें दी नहीं जाती परिंदों को उड़ने की, वो खुद ही तय करते हैं ऊंचाइयां आसमानों की। तालीमें दी नहीं जाती परिंदों को उड़ने की, वो खुद ही तय करते हैं ऊंचाइयां आसमानों की, और जो रखते हैं हौसला उन ऊंचाइयों को छूने का, वो फिक्र नहीं करते जमीन पे गिर जाने की। So now I request everyone to please stand up for the national anthem.
मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा, विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा, उज्जल जलधि तरंगा, तव शुभ नामे विधात भाग्य विधाता जय हे